The content of this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the guidance of your healthcare provider with any questions you may have regarding your mental or physical health. The views expressed are those of the host and guests and do not replace personalized care from a licensed professional.
Welcome to Mindful Moments with Pedro Morante, a space where a nurse practitioner and educator shares real talk on mental wellness, mindfulness, and navigating life in and out of healthcare. Let's take a moment to breathe, reflect, and grow together.
Very important, guys, to start slow, go steady. No, it's not a fast race. We're all in this together.
There's a lot of anxiety, depression, and PTSD going on. So just need to make sure that our message as a provider is heard by our minority patients. Making sure that we are here for you. Welcome to our podcast show. Another exciting episode, Mindful Moments with Pedro Morante.
Yes.
And finally this coming to fruition. I'm so excited because the last time I saw you was the Outstanding Filipino Awards.
Yes,
right?
in Hawaii. I'm so glad to finally be here, Doc Pedro, because I know we've been talking about this for months, maybe even a year.
Yeah.
And the last time we saw each other, we were both in Hawaii receiving awards for the Outstanding Filipino Awards.
That is amazing experience.
But now you're one of the 75 top Filipino American influentials in the world too.
Thank you. I want to be on your level. So welcome once again to all our followers and all our kababayans that are tuning in. Mm-hmm. Our episode title today is Finding Fortitude, Music, Mental Health, and the Power of Authentic Representation with the one and only Ranella Ferrer.
Woo! Yay!
Yes.
Applauses.
Yes. So the weather is kind of weird, right? Raining, then now it's cold. So we're doing indoors for today. So thank you so much for making time.
Of course.
We've been messaging each other and coming
back
to
and
fruition.
forth. Yes, exactly. And I finally moved to LA again. After being married, I moved to Orange County, and it was hard because it was 3-hour drive to 4-hour drive, depending on what time of traffic, what time of the day the traffic is. So yeah, I'm glad to be back. And after I moved back to LA, I was like, go time.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And your married life and everything that you're doing. And I saw your 2 babies. They're so cute.
Frenchies, just to be exact. I don't have babies like you yet, but I have 2 babies. But yeah, technically they're
twins
babies.
too, right?
Yeah, they're twins, yeah.
That's great. Pet therapy is really important too for mental health. So
yeah, I had no idea that pet therapy is really important because I thought I was so busy in my past that I never thought that I would have dogs at all. I never had time. I was a busybody, I was single. I mean, if I didn't have my husband, I probably wouldn't have these dogs, my babies now. So, yeah.
They bring so much joy, right?
Yes, it does. Yeah, they do.
Thank you, Ms. Ranella Ferrer. And I've been following you on your journey too, on your Instagram and everything, on your social media. You really have a very strong presence.
Oh,
particularly this powerful presence that you built, not only in entertainment, but in representing the Filipino community and Filipino American experience.
Thank you.
When did you first realize that your voice, literally and figuratively, had the power to represent not just you, but the entire community?
I've been singing since I was just a fetus in my mother's womb, so I don't recall a day or two that I didn't sing or at least hum a tune. So when I lived in the Philippines, I've always been singing the national anthem. I went to La Salle Isabel and I was always the leader to do the orchestra, Bayang Magiliw in front of the whole class. but obviously when I was young, I didn't realize it then. And then when I moved to the US, I was always pushed to sing outside of the Filipino community. But in the back of my mind, I've always been like, well, I'm Filipino. What am I doing here? Because I've been in rooms where I'm like the only Asian in the crowd singing next to like the biggest soulful artist of the world. And I'm grateful that they accepted me and my voice and my talent. And that's when I realized like, oh, wow, I'm representing on behalf of the Asian community. Because sometimes I'm like, especially with the Black community, they have the best vocals and like the biggest church singers. My knees are shaking before I even get on stage after singing with the best singers, like, from Neo to Stevie Wonder to Tank, all the biggest R&B artists I've had to open up for and sing for. And, I'm just grateful that I'm getting these opportunities because I'm like, I'm just a girl from the Philippines. Sometimes I think like that. I'm like, I'm just a girl from the Philippines. Like, who do I think I am? So yeah, don't analyze my brain, but that's just how I think. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's amazing, your presence and being able to perform in front of those great artists, right?
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, Ciara, and watching you doing
the national anthem. Oh, yes, you reminded me. One time I sung for the Lakers, and then my friend was like, Justin Bieber's right there with Kendall Jenner. And I'm like, shut up. Don't tell me who's in the crowd. I don't want to know who's in the crowd sometimes, especially when you're singing the national anthem for the Lakers. Because they bring the biggest celebrities, I'd rather not know and block myself out because you're technically singing in front of 40,000 people at the crypto. Wow. And for 2 minutes, it's just you and your voice. No instruments, just you and your voice. And all these people are just listening to you. And I'm just grateful that it hasn't happened yet, that I mess up the words, knock on wood. So, but it's literally, you have to get into a zone and you have to like be focused. And when you're singing, it's not just me, it's beyond you. It's like something, I don't know what I think of neither. Like, I don't know, something just takes over me and I'm like, okay, this is what I do. This is what what my purpose is, so.
It's good that you found your passion and also your purpose. Right now, you are called the National Anthem Queen, right?
Deemed as, I guess.
How did that title sit with you the first time you heard it? And what does it mean to you now?
To be honest, when I first heard it, I was like, I'm not just a national anthem singer. I love singing the national anthem. First, I was like rejecting it. I'm not going to lie. Like, first I rejected it because I was like, I'm more than a national anthem singer, but I'm like, the more I was gifted that name, the more I was like, I guess that's a big deal because especially now that ever since I started singing in 2015, a lot more singers are coming out the woodworks to start off to sing the national anthem. So little they didn't know, it's like paving the way for other artists. And for them to have that opportunity, it is a big deal. It is an honor because you're not just honoring and showcasing your voice, you're honoring the country. And a lot of people who really take it to heart, especially when you're singing it, they come up to me and they're like, oh my God, I cried when you sing it. And that makes me feel good because to me, at the end of the day, my voice is an instrument and, I am just a vessel of God and to use my voice to touch people's heart. And that's really what it's for. It's beyond me.
Yeah, your voice creates an impact and an influence too. And it's like a gift from God. And I agree with you. Not everyone can sing as beautiful as you sing the Star Spangled Banner.
But I don't think I have the best voice. I just think that, like I tell people all the time who ask me, how do I sing the national anthem? I'm like, you have to remember, it's beyond your voice. It's beyond the runs because people want to do all these like in and out. You have to touch people's lives. When I'm in that stadium and I'm looking, let's say 20 to 70,000 people in the audience, I literally absorb everyone's energy and I'm like, okay, Lord, show them your gift through me, and that's how I think. And I guess that's why I'm grateful I still get these opportunities because it's, like I said, it's beyond me.
Yeah, and not everyone can do what you do, right?
Yeah.
It's like a big arena. And also a lot of people are watching over you.
Yeah.
And
yes. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, why do I do this to myself? Especially in the beginning. I was like, God, why did I choose this path? Because it's crazy. Like, that's not normal. Like, I look at, these games on television where I'm not supposed to say this, but like, I don't have a specific favorite team because whoever hires me for that day, that's my favorite team. If Rams, if the Raiders, if Chargers hire me for that day, you're my favorite team. Don't get offended. That's just how it is. But it's like, when I watch these football games, I don't look at the game. I look at the stadium. I'm like, man, one day I want to sing there. That's how I look at it. So it's not normal, I guess. Yeah,
and it's crazy how you were able to circumnavigate that. So do you have like a mindset conditioning or power or a routine that you do prior to setting up on the stage?
Yes, I drink a lot of tea. I try not to talk. But even actually, sometimes I do try to talk because that warms up my voice. So I do my vocal warm-ups. I try not to talk. And literally, like I said, before, let's say I'm singing at a basketball game, as I enter the stadium, when I know it's like 5 minutes before the game time, it's weird, but I look at all the audience from the top to the bottom. I absorb everyone. And then I pray to myself, or not to myself, but I pray to God. And I'm like, God, let me touch these people's lives. Let them hear your voice through me. That's how I think when I'm in the stadium or a football field. I look at everyone. I feel like I absorb everyone's energy, and then I throw it back at them when I'm singing. That's weird, but then that's just how I think. Yeah.
It's amazing. And then also some people could have like performance anxiety or like social anxiety. So can you share to us how you overcome that or offset those anxiety that you're feeling prior to your performance?
You just have to keep doing it. I think repetition builds confidence. My first performance outside of the Filipino community was at the Watts Festival. My high school friend, she was one of my best friends. She had me perform for like the Watts Festival. Mind you, like, that's like people who like at that festival, there have people who are great big singers that come from church, and my knees were shaking then, like, because it's outside of my comfort zone. But as I continue to build that and I continue to perform with outside of my comfort zone, I got more confident. I mean, still to this date, it's weird, but like, if I'm singing the national anthem, I'm a little bit more confident now. I don't get nervous as much unless it's the Lakers. I don't know why, but the Lakers give me anxiety. But with other like, if I sing for like the football or Chargers or whatever, I don't get as nervous. But when I sing for like, let's say like R&B soulful like event, when I know there's like these amazing singers like Stevie Wonder's in the audience, or like all these amazing singers are there, I get nervous because I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing here? Why did I do this to myself? But it's just repetition. Like, that's all I can say. It's like, you have to overcome. The best way to go to it is to go through it. Yeah.
It's amazing. And I think the secret also is being mindful about the present, right? You're not overthinking about the past performance that you did, or you're not overthinking about your future performances, or like you're going to commit a mistake or something like that.
Yes.
I think,
absolutely.
yeah. So deep breathing exercise and mindfulness technique, guys, that's a great technique,
deep breathing.
right?
Okay, I got to remember that, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not perfect. Sometimes, like I said, I do get nervous. So, but I got to remember that deep breathing, like... Be mindful of being in the present.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. I will remember that too next time.
You're an amazing performer, and
Thank
it
you.
shows on all your performances that you are really honoring God, which I really, really adore about you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Now, let's also look at a closer look on Revenge Buddy with Khloe Kardashian.
How do you feel?
I feel really good. I'm more motivated than ever. I haven't been proud of myself in a while, but I started facing my truth, and this quest has really made me grow into a better woman.
The world saw your vulnerability behind the glam. How did that experience shift your mindset about self-worth, body image, and emotional healing?
A lot. Okay. So when I actually sung my first national anthem was for the Lakers. It was Kobe's last season. I have gained a lot of weight at that time. I remember shopping with my mom. I had to shop for XXL. And mind you, before I was like a medium. So my point of saying this is that same day after I finished singing the national anthem, I was on my computer and I'm like crying. I'm like, God, what's next? I'm like, I already did this. What's next? That's when I saw the Revenge Body by Khloe Kardashian post, and I submitted to that, not thinking what's going to happen. The questions were like, did you gain weight and go through a heartbreak? And did you, do you feel conscious about your weight? I'm like, yes, that's me. And then that same week, I got a call for it. And I kind of like backed out. I'm like, no way, I'm not going to do this. I thought it was going to be like a competition where like, they had like the Biggest Loser where you're going to jump around tires and cry while eating your pizza. I thought it was going to be something like that. So I was like, the producers of the show called me and they were like, no, we really want you. I was like, no, I don't think it's for me. And then now the owner of the casting agency called me. They were like, we promise you it's going to be your story. It's not going to be like a typical reality show where, you have to do a competition. It's going to be about you as a singer, the Asian singer that gained weight and, and be something motivational. Just trust the process. I was like, okay, fine. So even during filming, they told me like, okay, show your belly. I'm like, what? I don't even show my belly to myself. I don't even look at myself in the mirror. When you're not happy with yourself. And I know a lot of people out there who's probably gained weight. They don't even want to look at themselves because I've been there. I mean, I'm still there. But one thing I realized, and my former trainer on Revenge Body told me, shout out to Corey Kaye. He was also training Michael B. Jordan. He also trains Lizzo now. That's how she lost the weight. He was training me on the show. He was like, you have to accept where you are in order to move forward. So going through that mind frame, and also what is your why? And then if your why doesn't make you cry, then you're not doing the right thing. And it made sense. So when they asked me what is my why in the middle of my workout, I was like, okay. And I started crying. I was like, that's when they were like, okay, there you go. That's how you have to motivate yourself to keep moving forward. Gaining weight is temporary. So that's one thing that you have to remember. Or any type of body image, it's temporary. It's all in your head. One thing they told me is like, you never lost your voice. You could still sing. Yeah. Right? No matter what, whether I gained 30, 70 pounds, I still have my voice. That's my core. That's not changed. So, that I think going through that changed my mind frame with wherever I'm at, I have to accept myself and still showcase my talent no matter what. So, yeah.
I agree with you. I think the body image is how the perception of others, right, it shouldn't affect your self-worth. And also, it's part of your process of being self-aware about your feelings and emotions.
Absolutely. When I gained weight, I gained weight. I was in tip-top shape when I met my husband. And I got comfortable. So I gained like 50 pounds, right? So I stopped performing again because I was like, I'm embarrassed. I can't wear certain outfits. But I'm like, wait, I can still sing. And someone reminded me, like, Ranella, remember what you did in Revenge Body? You could just... And then I was like, you know what? You're right. So I started also taking pictures of myself, more photos of myself. So, because I knew in my head, I'm like, I'm going to lose this weight. And when I lose this weight, I'm going to have a better before and after photo so I can motivate other people. And that's what I did. Now I lost 40 pounds and I still need to lose like 30 more. But, I'm happier. And I know better. And I think it just comes through time and maturity and life experience,
Did this ever trigger part of your mental health that you gained so much weight at that time? Or
Absolutely. It's good that you ask that question because a lot of the people or my castmates, the reason why a lot of people really gain weight is mental. Someone went through a breakup. Someone lost their spouse through an accident. This one girl, unfortunately, she got raped. Because she got raped, she tried to gain weight to protect herself. So it's all mental. A lot of it, that's why they say it's your relationship with your food. And we're not taught that at the young age. Now it's more, available for a lot of people. But, us Filipinos, growing up in the Philippines, we weren't taught like fitness. That wasn't a big thing back then, So it's great that now like platforms like yourself are creating that awareness for the younger generation because we're not taught the relationship we have with our food. Why do you think women eat ice cream after a breakup or, eat cakes and stuff? It's our coping mechanism from sadness or whatever you have whatever your relationship is with food. I love food. We have a great relationship, but sometimes I gotta be like, food, step away from me for a second. I got business to handle. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for your authenticity and vulnerability and sharing your live experience, because it's really true. Mental health has something to do with the way we eat too, the way we nourish our body, mind, and soul.
Right, exactly. And mental health right now is so big. A lot of people, through social media doing comparisons, not realizing some may be AI, some may be filtered, some may be makeup. Like I don't look perfect like this all the time. I mean, as much as I'd like to say I wake up like this, I don't. Okay. And it's really work, and you have to remember who you are. This is one thing I say all the time. You have to look at yourself in the mirror, look at your pupils and say, I love you. You're amazing. You're great. You're going to do wonderful things. And as of late, I started seeing something incredible is going to happen to me today. Something incredible is going to happen to me tonight. Something incredible is happening now. And ever since I started saying that the past couple of months, something incredible has been happening to me, because you really have to speak to yourself, and sometimes you have to pat yourself in your own back, and push yourself and have self-motivation. I know it's hard, especially when you're in a dark place. Some people out there is probably just watching in the dark, in the room with no lights. Turn your light on. I don't like, turn your light on, open the windows, go out for some fresh air, even if it's raining, just get some fresh air. I promise you it'll change your mood. Or smile at yourself in the mirror. And, I promise you, even that flicker of hope will come if you just do one thing, not just sulk in your sorrow at home in the dark. Yeah.
I love it. And also, it has been found out that a lot of research says that if your environment is dark or you lack vitamin D, those are predisposing factors also for, having depression, leading to severe depression. And then some people end up committing suicide in places where there's dark areas.
Yes. That's why, that's good to know, because I didn't even know that. I just like light, like natural light. That's true. Because when, darkness kind of causes low lights, it kind of gives you a different vibe. So you got to remember that. If you want to get out of your funk, just turn on the lights and play some music. You know what I mean? Play some fun music. Bring back to your happy place. You got to just take one step forward to that happy place. It's not going to be dark forever at all.
Correct. The only thing that is constant in this world is change, right? And if we're in a bad shape of our mental health is temporary, we can actually cope.
Right. Yeah. And it really, one thing I'm learning too with maturity is you create your own destiny. You can step away from something and come back to it, and it's still going to be there because it's inside of you at the end of the day. And I guess I'm speaking for myself. I stepped away from music so many times, and I come back and it's still there. It's still available, because this is your destiny. This is your purpose. So, and then there's going to be other things and other opportunities still out there for you.
Correct. And doors will open up, especially with the talent of yours. And thank you for telling us about self-affirmation or positive self-affirmation. It's very important.
Yes. That definitely very important. Yeah, I didn't know, because I learned those things later on in the game. And when I started doing that, I'm like, oh, wow, it works. It actually works.
Yeah. And thank you for finding your purpose and going back to it.
Yes.
Sharing your talent is important.
Right. Thank you so much too for allowing me to share that. Because not everyone knows their purpose. Yeah. You may have multiple purpose, multi-purpose life. And it's whatever feels good in your heart. And when you're doing it, you feel like, I don't ever have to get paid for this. I will do this happily until the end of time. You still got to make a business out of it. That's why it's called music business. Yeah. So, but that's really how it is, whatever you love and you passionately love doing and enjoy doing. And then, not only yourself will benefit from it, but also other people. That's how successful people grows is, just like yourself, you're sharing it with other people, your knowledge and, and the mental department.
Thank you for sharing that. I think mental health awareness is so much needed right now, especially with what is going on to our world, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then also in your social media, you're actively promoting Monique Woolley Foundation event, which is happening on December 13th. Is that correct?
Yeah, see, the day. I don't even know. I can't keep up with my schedule, but yes, I'm actually, Monique and she invited me last year to her event, her first event, and it fell on 11/11, which was my wedding anniversary, so I couldn't make it. I never met her in person. And then I went to a fashion show earlier in the year. And then we sat next to each other, not knowing I was who I was and she was who she was. And I was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And then all of a sudden she was like, "Oh my God, you're the singer of Ranella that I wanted to invite to my event." And then we connected. So what happened was her name is Amor. Her daughter's name is Monique. And unfortunately she committed suicide. So she was a celebrity makeup artist until I forgot the age. I don't quote me on whatever age she was, but so after that, she was motivated to create this foundation for her daughter, and now more people is involved in it, and we're having this big event. Maybe you should be a part of it too, to talk about like mental health. That would be amazing, because who knows what she was going through at that time. Like I said, Hollywood is a very tough business. If you don't have thick skin. It's hard to move forward. Sometimes your own friends, your own family will put you down, but that's just a part of it. People won't give you the benefit or the credit until they see everything flourishing. That's just the reality of it. Or even when it's flourishing, they still give you problems, So you just have to continue to have thick skin. And that's really one of the reasons why I continue doing what I'm doing, because this didn't happen overnight. I kept going and going. And even to this day, I still feel like I have to prove myself. Because there's always new people, new things happening. So until, even when you get there, I still have to continue to stay humble, because that's, at the end of the day, who are we? We're just vessels for the purpose that is embedded inside of us, That's my TED Talk for the day.
I love how your desire is to share your talent. That's important. And I love that you're supporting this cause. This as an organization also supports survivors of suicide and those battling with depression, right? So what drives you or your passion for this cause?
I've actually, I guess, because how can I say this humbly? I feel like I do have a positive energy automatically. I think because of what I've been through in my life. When I was 7, my mom and my dad separated. I didn't see my mom for 7 years until we came to the U.S. And that's another story. We ran away. So during that time, I had to find my happy place while I was living with my dad, knowing that I didn't have my mom. I had my sister with me, and I was separated from my other 2 siblings. So it all automatically taught me humility. It automatically taught me, everything can change in a heartbeat, because prior to that, I felt like my world was Disneyland. From the time I was born till I was 7, my life was perfect, until my world shattered. And then that humbled me down to going from the school that I went to LaSalle, and then my grandma's neighborhood wasn't the richest part of the city. And I had my rich friends and I had my not so rich friends. And that taught me a level-headed balance of how to talk to certain people, how to treat certain people, and how to be humble with certain people, because not everyone accepts you for being lavish. Not everyone accepts you for, I'm very humble until, even now I carry that to this date. I feel like I'm very humble until I have to put my foot down, do you know who I am? No, I'm just kidding. No, because, sometimes people will try you, especially in this business. So, I guess, going back to your question, my childhood, I guess that's for everybody, right? My childhood formed how I approach life, and being a part of that is actually helping them. I feel like I bring light to the table, because I've had some friends I actually met some friends through my social media that sent me a message like, "Oh my God, I was about to commit suicide. And then I saw a post you have." And now, that touched my heart. And that's even from years ago. And, I didn't realize that I have that certain light. And to me, okay, well, God is giving me this joy. God is giving me all these blessings. I've been tremendously blessed. I've had such a great experience in life. I've had really great experience in life that I feel like that continues to fill my light and make it brighter. And also too, like I always say this, right? You know, when you see a glass that's clear, the clearer your conscience is, the brighter you are. I feel like the more you have to show, it shows in your eyes, it shows in your presence, it shows in your light. So you have to just continue to, like, to me, I've always believed in do things the right way, and trust me, no matter what, it's going to fall into place anyway, because God is going to continue to like bless you. And that's how I've always felt like, you know, being in this business for so long. I tell my friends all the time, I'm like, you know, you can't burn any bridges, because you never know, one day you're up and the next day you're down, and you never know who you're going to need or who you're going to have as a friend.
Thank you for sharing your childhood history or childhood trauma, but it shapes you who you are, right? Many of us could have a childhood, bad childhood memories, and now we carry that pain or we carry that experience. And if we don't deal with it, either with therapy or you didn't heal your inner child, it reflects back and haunts you back.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And I think mine was like the opposite. So I'm like, okay, I went through a bad like crazy childhood, not bad, crazy childhood. Let me reflect it back in a positive light. So yeah, I think that all has an effect to it. So, and it helped me be stronger too.
Yeah.
You know, dealing with the music business, it's a tough business. You're around men all the time, like literally. Like sometimes it's not just being the only Asian girl, but being around men in a room full of musicians, and most of them are men. You know, the engineer to the producer to the songwriter to the manager, et cetera, and you have to be strong and continue, you know, living, maintaining my dignity. You know, that's another thing. How do you maintain your dignity? And that's why a lot of musicians don't get as much respect. More power to the other ones that, you know, does things the other way, but that's their way. I always believe in different strokes for different folks, but this is my way. So
thank you for enlightening us about your industry. And I know it can be challenging and very demanding. So your story speaks a lot about finding purpose through pain. How did you channel your struggles into strength and success, and eventually into your own advocacy?
Okay, so pain. One of the first reasons I started actually diving into the music business was because I was brokenhearted from my first heartbreak, my first breakup. I was so young, you know, like straight out of high school. My ex at that time was a cheater, and I was like, and then he was also a rapper, and he told me, your hottest ish will never be as tight as my wackest ish. And I was like, wait, what? So the fact that I even still remember that to this date, I think that lingered on to my brain. And I'm kind of I'm an overachiever, and I'm a little competitive, not little, but I can be competitive. So I was like, okay, watch, you'll see. So after that, I think, like you said, from that pain of the heartbreak, I used that to fuel, to perform on stage, and that anger helped me perform better on stage. And I think, I know it's kind of sad, but like, you know, even sometimes when I'm angry, because sometimes you won't understand, like behind the scene before an entertainer performs. I remember like one time I had to perform for a political event, and I was dating my now husband at that time, and we were going through like our beginning stages of dating. And then I was crying because he was going to break up with me. And I was like, and then the moment that he broke up with me via text, they called my name to perform on stage. So I'm like, okay. So you have to wipe your tears. And then now that anger and emotion was shown through my performance. Because technically being a singer, you're like, it's emotion. You're just an actress that would sound, you know, you're pretty much playing the role of whatchamacallit, sending the message of whatever the song is. So that's kind of like how I use my pain through my career. I mean, it's just a push. So every time, you know, like, oh, okay, she, you know, what happened to Ranella? She's not doing anything anymore. Okay, watch, you'll see. So I feel like I use that as my fuel to continue to push more and more. I mean, aside from other things. But now, I mean, you know, I guess now it's a little bit more calmed down, like the pain, just because I know regardless, no matter what, I want to do in my life, I guess it's part of maturity. I know it's going to happen anyway. I've came to the conclusion, like, no matter what, all the things that I pray for, all the things that I wish for, it's going to happen anyway. Like, one day I'm going to sing for the Super Bowl. Mark my word. I don't know when, but I know one day I will. I just don't know when, So that's one of the things that I think it's going to happen anyway. Because all these things that are happening in my life anyway, it's going to happen. Like, my family was like, you're never gonna get married, you're gonna by the time you're 30, they're like, if you're not married, they're like,
like a time bomb.
Yes. I'm like, I just don't want to right now, and I did anyway, so here,
Trust the process.
Trust the process. Exactly.
And I guarantee you're gonna sing in the Super Bowl.
Amen. Thank you.
Let's claim it. Positive
Claim it.
affirmation.
Yes.
Trust the process.
Yes.
It will happen at the perfect time and at the right place.
Yes. When I lose 30 more pounds. Yeah.
No, we'll get
Not
there.
this season, but maybe next season. So.
We'll get there, and we'll pray for that to happen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for channeling your pain into a productive way. And a lot
Absolutely.
of people usually are good singers because they have so much pain that they experience. And I think that's how they can affect and can definitely be an effective singer too.
Yeah, it took time. It wasn't, I listened to my voice like from 15 years ago. Yes, it was great, but I didn't have that. I could tell I didn't have that feeling that I do now. Now when I sing, it's more with a purpose. Like, when I sing, I have a song called Queen I Am, and it's been like 10 years in the making. I feel like when I perform it live, it's much better than the actual record, because live you can actually feel and hear the emotions and the meaning behind it. So, yeah.
True. And a lot of great singers actually are able to channel those feelings. And sometimes audience can cry and can also cause you to have goosebumps too.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's our purpose.
Thank you. And then many artists like you experience pressure and also comparison and even burnout, especially emotional suppressions. How do you protect your emotional well-being while staying in such a demanding industry?
Well, knowing who I am, but like I said, it takes time because, everyone is a work in progress. I'm still a work in progress. It took time for me to really realize who I am, that no matter what, I'm like a tree. Like if the wind blows hard, I'm still going to be there and I'm not going to fall. In the beginning, it's all trial and error, my journey has been crazy. Like when I first started singing, people would be like, you need to make your hair straight, because I'm Filipino and I have curly hair. You need to make your hair straight so you could be more pop and more acceptable to everyone. But I was like, but why? This is who I am, and this is what I'm about. This is my root. A matter of fact, I'm actually a perfect example of what a Filipino should look like, because if you think about it from back in the days, who colonized our country? Let me get some history, right? Sure. We have the Negritos, we have the Japanese, we have the Americans, we have the Chinese. We were colonized by so many different countries. This is what happened. This is what a Filipino should look like. The Spaniards, everyone colonized our country. So this is what a real Filipino should look like. To be honest, if you really want to know, because people always question me, like, that's another thing, comparison. They're like, you don't look Filipino enough. I used to do that to myself too, because when I was young and everyone around me, looked super like, the Miss Philippines queen with straight hair. I used to be like, why not me? Why am I not naturally skinny? Why don't I have natural straight hair? Why is my name Ranella? What were my parents thinking? Are you even my parents? I'm just kidding. No, they are. I look exactly like my dad and my mom. But so I used to compare myself to other people, but why am I not who like them? But then now as I got older, I'm like, this is what makes me unique. And if as soon as you find your light and your strength within yourself, and which is true, and that's what overpowers everything else. And all that insecurity, you will think about it like, you know what, that was an asset. Because if I didn't look the way I did, I wouldn't been accepted with, to other communities. I wouldn't look more commercial and be in the rooms where I was where I'm in, because I am grateful now for my name. I'm grateful for my hair. I'm grateful for my culture. I'm grateful for the way I look. I'm grateful for my thickness. I love food. Look, my love for food brought me to a reality show with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
How many Filipinos or Asians can say that they've been in a reality show with the Kardashians?
Only you.
I know, right? See, that's what I'm saying. Only me. I know, because of my love for food. So yeah, so embrace your, I've embraced my difference throughout this quest of the business. But like I said, in the beginning, sometimes people will question you, and people won't, I mean, at least from my experience, and they will only, give you grace once you start being the best at what you do, and continuously. So you just have to continue on. As long as you believe in yourself, this is your calling, this is what you really want to do, and this is your purpose, and it's not just for fame or for money, then, continue to do it and continue to water it every single day.
Thank you for those advice, and really, really proud of you for rediscovering yourself, embracing your authenticity, right? Knowing your strengths and weaknesses is very important. That's part of mental health.
Yes, and part of growth.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know my strength and my weakness. I didn't know I could work out. I was like, I would never be fit. Like, I was in a fitness magazine front cover. I used to laugh. Like, I remember one ex-boyfriend even brought me, like, the health magazines. Like, here, you should start looking into this. I was like, how dare you? Like, I would never, like, imagine myself doing fitness or even doing one push-up. Like, I was the girl that got an F in PE because I had straight A's, but the only F I got was in PE. So that shows you then, like, I never knew that, fitness would be part of my life story. So you just got to continue to embrace that and embrace the changes, and always apply your best self in whatever you do, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's looking, you never know who's inspired and motivated by your moves.
Amazing. And then basically what you have told us is like inspiring others, and that's part of your passion and part of your drive now. You're mentoring new singers. What will be your best advice when they're starting, or how can you inspire them more in terms of like staying on this industry?
So for the singers out there who are aspiring to be singers, if you know that that's really what you want to do, not because of what you see in social media, they get free products. Yes, you get free products being an influencer too. But or they're famous, or I want to be famous like them, or if you really know you have the gift of singing. Because that's another thing too. I remember I was watching something, and someone said, some people don't really want to be an actress or a singer. They just want to be famous. So you have to admit it to yourself. Do you really want to be famous, or do you want to be really a singer? If that's really your gift and you have that gift, practice every day. Sing as much as you can. Don't ask for money right away. Sometimes you have to know when to do and when to not do it. What's beneficial. Take every opportunity. When someone asks you to sing, take every opportunity as a chance for you to practice, to get better and better. Because sometimes people are like, oh, I don't want to take that gig. No, you know why? Because you're just scared. Because that's the reason why you don't want to take that gig. But, that's really what, in my opinion, okay, like I said, different strokes for different folks. Continue to practice your craft, continue to sing, continue to collaborate, continue to reach out to people. And especially in the beginning, you have nothing to lose. You don't have a name, or you don't have anything to lose. Just reach out to people, do your research. You want to sing the national anthem? People ask me all the time, can I have the contact for, no, do your research, because I still have to do my research. Managers even ask me for the contacts for the national anthem. I was like, no, I had to do my research myself. Like in the very beginning, I had to call it was Staples Center, right, for the Lakers. I called the Staples Center Ticketmaster. I'm like, hi. They're like, you're calling the wrong person. You need to call this person. I was like, oh, that's the contact. Thank you. Do your research. Everything is available for you now. LinkedIn, everything, ChatGPT. Do your research. Create a song from your phone. Collaborate with new artists, or hey, you'll never know. You might meet a professional producer. But also know, water seeks its own level. So if you're like a beginning artist and you're trying to reach for, like, let's say, I don't know, give me like a very famous singer or a producer, let's say, I don't know, let's say Timbaland, and you're a beginning artist and you don't know how to record in a studio, you have to really think to yourself, like, do I deserve to be there yet? Because if they're asking me to sing on a high key and do 3 doubles or 3, stacking, do you know how to do that? So you need to prepare yourself for those things, because you can't just think like, oh, it's going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, but maybe it may take overnight. And also, as time goes, trust me, there will be a path for you. If it's your calling, you have to just do it and don't listen to anybody else. Because at the end of the day, your path is your path, no one else's.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think just do it, right?
Yeah, just do it. Life is short. You have nothing to lose. Life is short. That's my thing now. It's like, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care. I still email people directly, like, because to me, I'm not as big until someone just says my name and they're like, oh my God, I know Ranella. Like, I was just telling one of my girlfriends this today. I was like, sometimes we think we're big in this little small circle, but in the bigger realm of things, people still don't know who you are. So you have to continue to stay humble and just continue to work until your bubble gets bigger and bigger and bigger. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but you have performed to those great stadiums. So.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
we're so
until
proud of
like
you.
every single one of them, then until I sing the Wimbledon, or even then, it's like there's still so much. I might sing on Mars one day. I'm just kidding. Who knows? Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And we're airing this show after Thanksgiving. So
Yes.
I know holidays are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people experience also mixed emotions. Could be joy and depression, anxiety.
Yeah.
What are your advice for them, for those who are tuning in? Like, how do you circumnavigate holiday stressors and also feelings of those in terms of your mental health?
So listen to podcasts like this, Mindful Moments, to enlighten your brain. Honestly, it helps. Get out of your head, get out of your if you're in a dark place, obviously if you're depressed, turn on the lights, watch something funny, reach out to a friend. You'll be surprised at how many people out there are open to listening to you and are open to helping you more than you realize. Reach out to someone. Please reach out to people. If you're feeling alone and lonely, there are so many people out there who are doing Friendsgiving, who will welcome a stranger to their home, or will welcome, a friend of a friend to their home, just because, like, my family does that. It's like, if I say, hey, I have a friend, doesn't have a family here, but lives in another state, and, can I bring them? Like, yeah, sure. We have so much, we have so much food. You'll never know who will welcome you. Reach out to someone. Don't be so stuck in your head, because sometimes it's all in your head. It really is. It really is. It's all. That's why we're here. Mindful moments. So get out of your head. If you just want to be really alone, watch something funny. Order your favorite food. That's what I used to do when I was single. On Valentine's Day, I ordered Thai food. I watched my favorite love story because I didn't want to be around all these lovers. But I made myself happy. Make yourself happy. Make yourself happy. And talk to God. And God will give, if you talk to God, God will give you an answer. I promise you. I promise you.
I love it. And I love your mental health advice, especially coming from you, right?
Thank you.
And part of holidays is like meaningful engagement. You're correct. Spending time with your friends and family is very important, especially right now. And honor those who we have lost in the past. That's very important.
Because we might have some kababayans here who moved from the Philippines, that don't have their family here, and they feel like, oh, I only have these people and my coworkers. You never know. Your coworkers might be more welcoming than you think. And like, I promise you, there are people out there that are in your position that are probably looking for friends and family that would love to be friends with you. There are groups online on Facebook. I'm a part of this group on Facebook called Ladies of Los Angeles, and I see girls post all the time like, hey, I'm new here, I don't have any friends, I'm looking for friends. And you know what, more than 9 times out of 10 there's like 30 people commenting, hey, I want to be your friend too, I'm in the same boat too. There's a lot of people who is probably in the same boat. All you have to do is reach out. There's outlets out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a great advice, right? Especially being new here in America, right? Sometimes Christmas here or holidays here is different. Way back home in the Philippines, we start Christmas September.
Right. Already. When you first moved here, did you have a lot of friends or family already?
No, zero friends too.
See, let me ask you, what did you do how did you cope with yours when you first started, like with the holidays and your family was in the Philippines?
Well, I have to watch the Filipino channel just to feel home, right?
See, that's what I'm saying. Like you have to like find some way to connect to your roots that makes you happy.
And a lot of doors will open once you start opening yourself up and getting to know people too.
Yeah,
I think network is the key too.
Absolutely, it is definitely.
Now, if there's a one song to those experiencing emotional hardship this holiday season that you can sing, what will it be and why?
One song, hardship. My go-to song is "If I Ain't Got You," and the reason is because from the moment it starts, like some people live for the fortune, some people live for the fame. Some people live for the power, Some people live just to play the game. Those words is like, just like what we were talking about. Some people live for the fortune, for the money. Some people live for the fame. And some people live to have power. And some people live just to play the game. But at the end of the day, what really matters is when she says, "If I ain't got you," to me, not only like someone else, but if I ain't got you, like when you're looking yourself in the mirror, if I ain't got you, because at the end of the day, the motivation comes from the inside. So you have to be strong from the inside and God, and that's how I feel that represents that song is for everybody, especially when they're going through, some type of depression or anything like that. I would dissect that song and listen to it over and over, and you'll feel a little bit lighter. And also the song Hero. Hero is also reminding you like you're a hero within your own right. You're a hero within your own right. Doing this, you're becoming a hero. You never know who's listening right now that's probably depressed in their dark room and like, oh yeah, she's right, and we're giving light to them. So this is, an amazing platform for that. But yeah, those two songs, I would say "If I Ain't Got You" and "Hero." Those are the songs that I would say to listen to. And then listen to "Bump Down, Funk It Up," just the vibe of that song by Bruno Mars. If it doesn't make you happy, then really, like, you need to get out of your own head, because that song will just uplift you. And
right.
Yeah, in my opinion.
Music heals the soul too,
Amen.
right?
Music heals the soul. Music heals heartbreak. Music heals friendships. Music heals, period. Music heals everyone.
I agree. There's meaningful connections between the artist and the audience. It's just amazing. And live music, like especially hearing you saying that "If I Ain't Got You" is amazing.
Oh, thank you. That's our little sample for the day.
Yes. For people who are following this podcast, where can they catch your work and where can they catch you for your upcoming shows and events? If you can invite our audience and podcast listeners.
So my most active social media platform is Instagram. So that's RANELLA FERRER at Ranella Ferrer. That's my most active platform. I'm still figuring out TikTok because I don't know how you guys do TikTok. It's like, I don't know. But they say just post and post and post, and then one will go viral one day. I'm like, okay, I'll try that. But that's another thing. It can be discouraging, but like, again, get out of my head and just post it. Who cares?
Yeah.
And lately I've been slacking on Facebook. So I've been mindful of whatever I post on Instagram, I just post it on Facebook, because there's different demographics, right? Facebook is more of like our older aunties, uncles, right? And even connects me with my friends in the Philippines. But Instagram is more like everyone, like, I guess. And TikTok is like literally like the whole world. So just go to my Instagram first, because that's where you'll see the announcements of my my shows and my stories. I don't post everything on my feed. It's mostly on my stories. Yeah.
But I think you have to post on your post so you can be monetized too. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do it more.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Especially with your content. Oh my God, you have a lot to offer.
In one day.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then also I want to promote your single. If you want to promote it to our
yes.
listeners, can you give us a little bit of snippet of your...
So it's Queen I Am.
Yes, Queen I Am.
Let me give you a little backstory.
Yeah.
Queen I Am is a song that I've been in the works for over 10 years. And because of my journey, I started singing this song. People have told me to change. People have told me to do something different and stop myself from doing what I'm doing. And then I came about Queen I Am. Even producers were like, no, that's not going to work because that's not what people want to hear. But then as time went by, it is what people need to hear. It is what women need to hear. And it's not just for women, it's also for men. People that have put in the 10,000 hours that are very well deserving of the success that they deserve. So here it goes. Powerful, I'm in control. Beautiful in every sense of the word. It's not arrogant, it's confident. I know what I'm worth, I know who I am, and can't nobody gonna tell me any different. Set my own trends, I'm my own brand. I do it with class, I'm timeless. Set my own rules, wrote my own book, and I believed in the Queen I Am, the Queen I Am, the Queen I Am is inside of me. Okay, the rest you guys just have to look for it on Spotify and Apple Music. Queen I Am, guys.
Oh my God, that's an amazing song.
Thank
and
you so
the message.
much. Thank you.
God,
Yeah.
You're amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Because you wrote your own book too, right? See?
Yeah.
See, it relates to everyone, not just for women, but for men too.
Yeah, you're amazing.
I appreciate you. Thank
Do
you
it
so much.
more
Yes.
and more songs, please.
Amen.
Yeah,
Yes, I'm
we'll
working
claim
on it. Yes, yes. I will do it till the day I die.
Yes, share your talents and those
Yeah.
songs will resonate. Somebody in the audience could be listening in and then will be feeling more inspired and fueled by you. Those
Yes.
messages. Oh my God. Okay.
Thank you.
great.
Thank you so much. Yeah. It brings me joy. Yeah. Sometimes I sing to myself. When I'm sad,
Yeah.
I sing to myself because that's what I love to do. That's another thing too. Another
Yeah.
advice. Like if you're sad, I don't know, do something that you love. You have to especially when I wasn't always married, I was single for a long time. Sometimes you gotta make yourself feel better and figure out ways to make yourself feel better.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My takeaway from this conversation that we have is like, number one, acknowledge the unique pressures of performing arts, which you talk about. I know constant public visibility, social media scrutiny, comments, comparisons can happen. And also industry messaging about marketability, which you talk about too. Love how you tackle that. And also our mental health conditions commonly associated to our body image. And I love how you told us how it impacts about the way we eat, right?
Yes.
Either overeating, undereating, and our body perception. And then reframing weight and appearance through a health-centered lens. That's very important too. So we encourage everyone to emphasize on their own strength, stamina, vocal performance, health, and overall well-being affects that too. Cognitive and compassion also is important. So we always need to choose kindness at all times, right?
Choose kindness for sure, because you never know what someone is going through.
Yeah.
On the outside, they may look like they have so much going on, but underneath it all, trust me, because I've been there. There's a lot of drama behind the scenes. As all these big artists, you think that they, they have life going on, and all these rich people, they say like a lot of the biggest and richest people in the world are the loneliest. Because they don't know who to go to, and some of them are really crazy because a lot of people just want them around for what they can get out of them. So be genuine, be sincere with your relationships, and that's one thing I go by also. Be genuine, because people could see it regardless, and that lasts longer.
Great. And we also address the social media component of it. So explore the emotional impact of online criticism. Help set healthy boundaries, and that's very important. Limiting comment reading, curating supportive online spaces, and intentional breaks from high exposure platforms like a social media breaks also needed.
Yes.
And then also integrate body neutral or body positive practices. Right?
Yes.
Mindful movements focus on joy, not calorie expenditure. Clothing that supports comfort and confidence. You're very confident.
Thank you.
Practices like yoga, breathing exercise, or grounding technique to reconnect with the body in non-judgmental ways. Repeating body neutral phrases. This is my body today. My body supports my art. My worth is not as my appearance. And also create goals, personal values, and meaningful relationships.
Absolutely.
And achievements unrelated to weight or body image. And that's important.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, to my girls or men out there that are overweight and feeling like, I'm not happy with myself, go to the gym. That's where all the good-looking people are. You'll get motivated by looking at them if anything. Just, wear a hoodie in the beginning for the first 2-3 months. You'll have to sacrifice it. And then by the third month, take your hoodie off and be like, bam, look at me now. I'm telling you, go to the gym. You see a lot of good looking people there. And who knows, you might even find your next boo there.
Woohoo! Thank you for that advice, Ranella, for those who are single out there.
Yes, for those single out there. Because I told you I was single for a long time. And
But you found your true love.
Yes.
Right? Congratulations on your
during the
life.
pandemic.
Amazing, right?
Thank you.
Love moves in mysterious ways.
Definitely mysterious ways, because I never thought I would. Yeah. That's another story.
Thank you for that, Ranella. And also, we talk about self-soothing strategies, music, grounding exercise before your performance to combat your social anxiety, which is really great. And also being rooted with our culture, and then also the support system is very important too.
Yes.
And then if ever you are in crisis mode, always remember that help is here. You can dial 988, which is a crisis hotline number that you can call and text. And at the same time, we have our clinic, Psych Up Mental Health Clinic, in case you need therapy or medication management or both. Then we are here for you. You are not alone on your mental health. And thank you for making your mental health as a priority. Ranella Ferrer, guys, an authentic artist,
Thank you.
multi-talented.
Appreciate you.
I cannot wait to watch your Super Bowl performance,
I know,
and
one
which
day, guys.
we're expecting in the next few years.
Woo.
In the perfect timing for sure.
Yes.
And
Amen.
thank you for joining us at Mindful Moments with Pedro Morante. I'm so happy that you're here sharing this mental health platform with me. And for all our kababayans out here, please follow Ranella Ferrer.
Salamat.
And we're going to do great things.
Thank you. Likewise, my friend.
Yes, positive affirmation.
Amen.
And thank you for sharing your talent.
Absolutely.
I cannot wait to attend
Anytime.
one of your biggest concerts. I'll be there to support.
It's gonna
even
happen.
Sponsor or who knows, producing it with Mark.
Oh, hey, there you go.
Mark, let's do it.
Mindful Moments
Yes.
with Pedro Morante.
Thank you. Here you go again.
Bye.
It's so great, sister.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to Mindful Moments with Pedro Morante. Be sure to follow the podcast so you'll never miss an episode. If you find value in our time together, leave a quick review. It helps more people discover the space we're creating. For updates and more reflections, follow us on social media. Until next time, take care.